So, how do you like your bacon?
Oh, just a little coked up, carrying around an Uzi, and just crazy.
So, some of us really like this film, and some of us didn't think that highly of it.
Yeah. So in Cop Car, two kids stumble upon, you guessed it, a cop car in the middle of nowhere. Mischief ensues until Kevin Bacon realizes it's missing and desperately tries to get it back.
So, this film stars two little kids who actually aren't that bad at acting.
Yeah, no, they're not.
But, in my opinion, the characters are really poorly written and just so stupid, even for a 10-year-old.
Dude, they're portraying 9-year-olds, so they're gonna do stupid things like shoot at their friends with a bulletproof vest on.
No, you're not.
I know, maybe I'm reaching a bit, but come on, it's what makes this a movie, you know?
No, so the kids are actually like the best part of it. I feel like they're actually, I love when they're on screen. Them just like messing around, doing stupid stuff is like fun, it's entertaining. But then when you get to Kevin Bacon's character, it just gets like kind of like weird, vague, and like pointless.
Okay, my only negative for this film will be that I feel like, kind of like when the kids are not on screen, time like slows down a bit because you can watch Kevin Bacon run for 5 minutes,
A bit.
or hey watch Kevin Bacon unlock a car for 7 minutes.
Oh, it was longer than 7.
No, it was not. But it feels like it. Kind of like, why is this taking so long to show the scene? You know.
So that's my biggest complaint. And like you're kind of getting at it, but like so the runtime of this movie is about an hour 26.
Yeah.
And each scene just takes like you can feel they're dragging it out because the script just wasn't long enough to reach a decent runtime.
I mean, short as it is, it's only an hour 26. I didn't feel it that bad.
Like, you can tell that the script was like short. They're reaching, and they're like, well, if we drag this scene out, it'll actually reach like an hour and 20 minutes, which is still short, but it's long enough to be considered a movie instead of like a TV episode.
Okay, but you gotta give it to Kevin Bacon. I mean, I thought he did great with this role, playing this crazed out, cokehead, corrupt cop.
So he did fine, but I feel like the character was still really poorly written. His character is so mysterious and does all this like crazy stuff, and you're like, well, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Oh, you're never going to explain why you're doing any of this.
I mean, I feel like this film lends itself to not having to tell you this world that they're encapsulated in because it's such a small story. It works. It works totally. You're totally being engrossed because the two little kids that are in this film sell the movie. What they're doing and them pursuing the cop car is so enjoyable. Them riding along and causing mischief. It's just, I loved it.
Yeah. No.
At least you can admit that this film is suspenseful. I think that it was extremely suspenseful. Not only when the parts where you're physically supposed to be like fearing for these kids' safety, but you're fearing for two different reasons. One, when you have this like crazy man coming after them, which is Kevin Bacon. Not only that, but them misinappropriately handling weapons that are like loaded. It's like crazy. Like I never sit there and be like, oh my god, these kids are so stupid. What are they doing? You know, but I mean, I was like, I hoped to see that nothing bad happened to them.
Yeah, I don't know. They did a lot of really stupid stuff. Like,
They're 9 years old, man.
I know, the first scene is like them trying to poke a snake with a stick. Like you're asking to get bit.
For me, it really did build up that suspense. The last like 25, 30 minutes, I was glued to the screen, and because everything comes to a head in this film, and it comes to a head for me very nicely. I mean, maybe it's a little convenient how all these things play into each other, where you line up this like conclusion climax scene, but it worked for me, and I was really liked where the characters were placed and the scenario how it played out. Even though he may not want to admit it, I think that he wants to admit that this was a decent joyride, and for me it was definitely a lot of fun.
You don't steal a cop car!
So like I said before, I wasn't crazy about this movie, but I didn't hate it either. I think the suspense could have been built up a lot better. I think character development could have been a lot better. And it felt like they were dragging on to try to make the movie feel a little bit longer because it was already a short movie to begin with. But at the same time, the kids were good. Some of those parts were really suspenseful. And like I didn't completely hate it. So for that, I'm going to give this 5 reels out of 10.
Man, 5. I'm definitely way higher than you on this film. I thought that the story they were telling didn't need to be that explained. It could be vague and mysterious because the whole premise was a mysterious thing. They find a random cop car in the woods, and that's where they go. I liked that element of this. I thought that the climax was excellent and definitely well built up, and that the characters from the kids to Kevin Bacon did a great job. And for that reason, I'm going to give this 8 out of 10 reels, and I strongly recommend watching this film as available to you. And so this has been our review of Cop Car.
So if you like this review, subscribe and like down below.
This is The Real Report. Thanks for watching.